Kirsten from JK Fiber Arts. Today we are going to do some drum carding and of this beautiful CVM Romeldale coated fleece that I got from Sydney at Greene County Wools in upstate New York. And look at this gorgeousness here. It is so nice. I have a video up of the sheep. I had a lamb from her last year, and oh my gosh, it was amazing. I have a video up on combing that and the yarn that I spun from it. So we are going to drum card this year. I just wanted to show you the difference too. Here is the unscoured raw fleece. I haven't done anything with this yet. I just took a handful out of the bag that I have left that I haven't finished processing yet. So I've barely done half, and I have this 5-gallon bucket. But you can see my hands are nice and shiny. There's lots of lovely lanolin in this that we'll be getting out. The fine fiber, how fine this crimp is. And look, here's the finished. I mean, just look at the sproing in that. Can you see that? Oh, it's so amazing. So this is going to be a very satisfying video. But what I'm going to do is use my lock pop here. So I'm going to just kind of do a little pre-opening, and then I'm going to put it in the drum carder, and we're going to make a nice big voluminous bat, and we'll spin from that and be amazed at how gorgeous this is. Let's get to the fun. Well, what we've been doing here is opening up my locks. Here's a basket of what I've done so far, and this actually looks like a lot, but it doesn't weigh very much. So what I have done in the past, when I have scoured my CVM last year, my lamb, I scoured locks in place. This I did not. So I'm just pulling out the locks. So, and that looks so, you know, something like this, where I just kind of go in and I pull, and I can see that this is the tip. Actually, this is a bad example because this one I can tell is just going to break and nip up. So we're not going to use that one. Let's flip this over and get to the darker brown stuff. For whatever reason, it's a lot finer and it tends to pill, and I just learned that from experience. So here I'm just pulling out, and you can see these are the tips here. And I sort of opened them when I was scouring, but not really. And the tips on these are pretty easy to find because this was coated sheep. The tips are a little tiny bit felted, which also means you need to either comb them or card them. So I have my lock pop here from Clemis & Clemis, and I already kind of pulled several of these out so we can make this a little bit faster. But basically, all I do is, if you can just look here, you see all the like lighter color, and I just grab that because that's the tip, and I pull it out, and you get a lock. There you go. So that's what we're doing with that. Here's a big honker piece here. I couldn't pass this one up. So here's some nice good locks here of some darker brown. This is why I did a bunch before, because I get so into it that I don't stop. So here we have our little handful of lock here. And on the lock pop, all I'm doing is just doing a light brush through here. I shouldn't be losing tons of volume with this. You know, I shouldn't be losing a lot of matter. And then I'm just going to open this one up a little. You see I got a couple little neps there that would have broken off in the drum carder and made it a little more neppy. And now we have our nice, smooth, opened, and nep-free, hopefully, when we drum card it. I've never drum carded this before, so we shall see. And I'll just do a few more of these, and then we'll get right over to the drum carder. But I do like the lock pop. One of the things that I learned when I went to their course was that if you have a bat and it does have a bunch of neps in it, historically, I've always said, well, once it has neps in it, there's really nothing you can do. You can't like get rid of the neps. Running it through the drum carder more is not going to make it better. They're just going to stay there. But what they showed me was you can actually take the bat and peel it into strips and just kind of lightly run it through here, and it improves. It doesn't get rid of all of them, but it does look a lot better. And I tried it with a neppy bat that I had, and it worked. So I was like, oh. So that is, you can actually salvage some of your stuff with this. I really do like this piece of equipment. And I'm just going to keep doing this. And then once I have enough here to make a smallish bat so you can see what we're doing. Hope you guys all had a good Thanksgiving. I had a nice Thanksgiving. It was quiet, but it was good. Kids were home and we all got to spend some time together. Oh, I went and saw Wicked. That was awesome. That movie, well, I mean, I've seen the play, the musical. I've seen it at the Hippodrome in Baltimore, and it was good. Wonderful. I loved it. I actually thought it was fantastic. I didn't think the movie would be better, but it was so good. Look at that one. This is so nice. You can see how fine the crimp is here, and it's really, really springy, and it's super fine crimp, which is why typically I comb this, because the drum carder will oftentimes break that, and it will make it a lot of neps, because this is very fine, fragile fiber. And soft and lofty and gorgeous. So what I'm going to do is see how this works. That's why I don't want to do a ton of it into a bat, because if I don't like it, I will definitely show you guys that I don't like it. But if I do like it, I can always make more and larger bat later, because don't forget, all this is what I'm going to put on here, and all of this is like 4 ounces. I still have this entire bucket here, plus I have more than half of this fleece left downstairs. So I have plenty that I can do this little experimental bat here and see how it goes. But I do hate to waste things, so if I don't like it, I'll go back to combing. The thing with combing too is there's always a lot of waste when you comb, and there's definitely waste when I'm doing it this way, because I'm getting the tips opened up, and you know, the tips are going to break off pretty much. So it's going to leave some in there, but not as much as combing it. And here, this one has a little bit of vegetable matter in it. It's such a tiny amount, but I still pick all of it out. All right, and we will be right back. I'm ready to put this on the drum carder. Alrighty, so I have done this basket, and then I just did a couple more here. And what I'm going to do is just kind of lightly feed these in. And we'll see how much they stick to the liquor end. Hopefully not too much. Get my packer brush going here. And I am not putting these on in any particular order as far as tips and tails here. I'm just sort of going with whatever. And I think my plan is going to be to run this through twice. We shall see how it looks the first go around. This is also light. See what we get here. This is going on pretty nice. I'm just going to keep pulling out of this basket here and feeding things on. And this entire amount here that I'm doing is not very much. This is probably 50 grams, maybe 50 grams. This is some of my favorite yarn that I spun up last year. Yeah, there's a little bit of vegetable matter in this one. Somehow I didn't get it open the whole way, but there we go. We're good now. And this is my burnishing brush, so what I'm doing here is, one thing is sharpening the tines on my drum carder when I do this, and the other thing is it's just really packing it down in there so I can get it nice and compact so it's easier to take off the drum. So here we go, and I can see that there are a couple little neps here We'll see how this shakes out. I may end up having to do that little trick. I wonder if I didn't do a good enough job of opening the locks. I thought I did a pretty fine job. If I see them, I'm going to see if we can just take them out. I guess that wasn't too many. Maybe this one here. And this actually might not even be a nap. You see how I just pull that out and just stretches out? That actually may, I'm going to stop messing with it because that may actually come out when I go through the second time. So I'm going to hold off on picking at that after closer inspection. Otherwise, I think that we're doing a decent job of spreading this out. So I'm going to continue on here. And then when I get this basket on here, we'll take this bat off and see what it looks like. I'm just going to put this last little bit on here. And it'll be interesting to see how much this weighs, because what I had weighed out in that basket was just over 4 ounces. And I have nowhere near 4 ounces on here. So it will be interesting. Oh, that might have been a little too big of a clump. Hopefully that wasn't too much. All right, let's put these last few on here. And then we'll take this off and see what we've got. The wonder of almost live video. But you are seeing it as I'm seeing it. So we'll see how this works. And I even left everything on the liquor end that was on there. If you notice, I had already had a little bit of a layer on when I started, and I had some on my liquor in here. But really not much stuck to it other than this initial chunk right there. And I didn't want to take it off so you guys could see everything. All right, let's see how we did. And again, I'm going to run this through twice because I do see, like I said, I see some of those things that I think look neppy, but they may not actually be neps. What I'm going to do temporarily is also take my lock pop off of here so I can have enough room. I'm running out of room for things. Oh, guess we'll just put it here. That'll work. That's the other thing with any sort of opening the locks or lock pop. You think everything your fiber is so clean. And if you look at my fiber, you'd think, my gosh, that's clean. And even though I think it's clean, I lock pop and there's just little bits of vegetable matter everywhere. I mean, that's very mild considering what it normally looks like. So let's get this taken off. And I'm back after panic because I couldn't find my doffer. And I am very consistent in putting things away. And I could not find it. And I took everything apart. Then I started thinking I'd lost it in the couch. And my husband came out and we moved the couch and we looked in all the cracks, and I was down crawling around on my stomach. Then I lost my microphone because I was down crawling around on my stomach. And I was like, I already took everything out of all the bins where it usually is. And he took everything out of the bin and he found it because I missed it when I was looking in my panic. So it's always good to have that second pair of eyes. So I am very thankful that he found this for me. So I'm going to take this bat off here. And I can see already, I really love this. I love, love, love this fiber. It's amazing. I think this is going to work out really nicely. And these little things here that I see as neps, see how they open up and stretch? I think if I run it through one more time, that's going to be fine. I also think that even just spinning it, it's going to be fine because they're not truly a nep. Well, this one actually is truly a nep. That is some vegetable matter. So we get rid of that one. So let's keep going here so I don't get so distracted. I'm super hyper because I couldn't find my doffer and I was losing my mind because I wanted this. This is Friday night. You're seeing this tomorrow morning, I hope, if everything goes well. But I didn't want to be doing this until midnight. So I'm happy that he found my doffer for me. I do think this is going to be beautiful to spin. And we'll run it through that second time just to see what happens. See if we can get some of these little bumps, which are, I'm not going to call them neps because I don't think they are all neps. There's probably a nep or two in here, but for the most part, I think we are doing well. And this bat lifter works on any drum carder. They have different sizes for the standard size drum carder and for the double wide, which is what I have. So here, taking this one off. All right, let's open this up and take a look. All right, Doffer being put where it belongs. Okay, girls. All right, let's see what we get here. And there we have it. It feels wonderful. Let's see how it looks. And then we're going to run it through quickly a second time, and we'll see how it looks after that. So here we have it. So when I hold this up to the light, I don't know if you can see through, I do see a couple of neps here and there. Mostly, I think that it's some tips that just haven't opened. Or not tips, but other bits of fiber. So this is an actual tip right here that I missed. So that would have been a nep. See how it doesn't open up when I pull on it? So that is not okay. And stuff like that is not going to open ever, and it's never going to be good. And that one, you see how it just opened up? That was not a nep. So I think if I run those through again, all this stuff, like see here, this is just going to open up. So that is not truly a nep. Hope you can see that. So what I'm going to do, this is so floofy. I mean, look how fluffy this thing is. And let's see, I just need to know how much it weighs because I did not put very much I mean, this is the basket that I was using. Now, I did put a handful on top here like this. So that's about how much was left from when I started, which is to say quite a lot. So, and I had weighed out about 4 ounces. Let's see what we have here of raw fiber, which of course we'll lose in waste. Let's see what we get if I just stick this in here and see. All right, so it's 68 grams. So we're close. That's around, what, 113 grams is 4 ounces. 100 grams is like 3.8. Somebody do some math for me quick. So 68 grams, around 2.5 ounces-ish. So 2.5 ounces, not bad. So I still have a lot to go through. Oh my gosh, this is like, oh, it's so soft. All right, let me run this through one more time, and then we'll take a look at the final bat. And just one more time for our education here. This is the top, the finished side, and this was the drum side here. And holding it up to the light, I can see that, you know, here's another one of those things that, you know, I think was going to be a nep, but look, it doesn't even break. It's totally fine. It's not a nep. So I think this second time through is going to be a winner. Let's see what we get. When I run it through the second time, I have to be careful about doing too big of a chunk. Sometimes I get a little impatient. So like right here, is that enough? I'm not even sure. I think, yeah, I'm gonna call that one a nep. It's a little tangled. So if I come across something I think is an actual nep, I'm just gonna get rid of it. I think this is going to, my skin is so very dry. Everything is sticking to it. I should stop and put some more lotion on. And I'm just going to keep going like this, put this last kind of 2/3 of this on here, see what Finn wants, and I will be back. I think this is going to look much better the second time through. If you look along here, if you can see, there's not all the, if you notice the first time through, there was the little, like, what I thought were neps and then thought, well, maybe they aren't all along in here. All of that is now smooth. Everything is looking quite lovely. So let's get this off of here and see if we need a third pass or not. This is a lot smoother already. I mean, look at this. I don't know if you can see, but there's no neps in here, no little nubs. So Finn was trying to get his dental ball. It had rolled under our sugar glider cage. We don't have a sugar glider anymore, unfortunately. He passed away, but we still have his cage, and it rolled underneath the cage, and that's what he was barking at, and we got it out, and then I think he just rolled it immediately back under there. Oh my goodness, Finny. Here is one little thing here that I'm going to take out. I don't know if that's a nep or not, but we're not going to mess around with it. All right. Hi, Finny. What's up, baby boy, huh? You be a good boy, huh? All right, let's see what this looks like. I'm so excited. All right, let's get this done. Take a look at this gloriousness. All right, let's see what we have. Oops, I forgot to put this one there. So we'll take this one out. Take this one out. And look at that. Oh, it does. It looks so much better than the first round did. So I think that that really does make a big difference, running it through twice. So now, if we hold this up, it's a lot more homogenized. I don't know if you can, well, I might be holding it too high. Hold this up to the light. Oh my gosh, this is so voluminous. It's one of my favorite fiber words. All right, this is going to spin up lovely. So I'm going to keep making some more of these gorgeous bats. I think that this is going to draft and spin like a dream. Look at that. Oh. All right. So I will see you guys next week when we'll be spinning this gloriousness up. Until then, spin happy. Oh my gosh, I love it.